Warning, Prospect Watch is not your average hockey podcast, and that's okay with us. Our goal is to introduce you to stars in the making from all over the world. They may not be household names yet, but we assure you they will be soon enough. Welcome to Prospect Watch. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the next episode of Prospect Watch with your host, Lance Green.
All right, guys. Hello and welcome to Prospect Watch, a podcast that focuses solely on the discovery and promotion of some of the best young talent in the game today from all reaches of the world. Like Steel said, I'm your host, Lance Green, and Steel's going to be joining us for the ride as well, sticking around, right, Steel?
Yeah, man, you got it.
All right. So on this week's show, we decided to bring your attention to a 2025 NHL Draft Eligible Prospect that goes by the name Shamar Moses, who plays for the North Bay Battalion of the OHL. Shamar, thank you for joining us, man. We're so excited to have you on.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks for having me. I'm excited. Looking forward to this.
All right. So, guys, if you're not familiar with this young man's game, let me catch you up real quick, okay? He is a 6'1", 210-pound power forward that has absolutely come alive since being traded in season to the North Bay Battalion, scoring 10 goals, 27 assists for 37 points in 39 games played this year. He manages to accomplish all that this year by using his ever-improving skating ability, his great shot, and physical play. Steel, you all know that we like some physical players, right?
Yeah.
Some grit to their game. So it's these attributes that he gained from a relentless work ethic that was driven by a strong desire to overcome all odds that were stacked up against him, that he has gained him some much deserved attention from NHL scouts recently. So with all that being said, Steel, why don't we get to asking this young man some questions?
Oh, man, I can't wait. Shamar, thank you very much, man, for hopping on here with us. We really appreciate it, man. We really appreciate it.
Yeah, like I said, my pleasure. I'm excited.
Yep, cool. All right, here we go. Easy questions for you, man. You know what I'm saying? So we just heard Lance talk about the kind of player that you are this season and everything, and all the accolades that you've been able to do this season. Could you maybe give our fans and our listeners a past or present NHLer that you look up to, or maybe you model your game after, or somebody that you just kind of emulate a little bit?
Yeah, I'd say like a Josh Anderson style kind of power forward. Can finish his hits and put the puck in the net as well. Kind of got that skill. And the more I've been watching him, especially since the trade, I've been kind of seeing a bit of Martin Natures as well. I mean, just a tall guy with the skill and, makes all the plays and, comfortable on the power play and knows his role pretty well. So I'd say a bit of a mixture of those two with the size and skill that I have.
Yeah. Okay, that's a pretty lofty company there, Lance. What do you think?
Yeah,
I think it's pretty accurate.
I agree. No, I agree 100%.
Yeah, he's got the physicality to it, but he's also able to bring the offense of a more smaller-minded guy that is shooting around there. He's getting to skate pretty well now. He's got a great shot to pair with that physicality. So all those things are going to be looked upon well by scouts, I got to say.
And they are. So.
All right. So your story is quite amazing. And if you guys don't really know the whole story, just know that I may be putting an article soon out about him that you can read with that. But can you talk about how your mother played a part in getting to this point, and how much you appreciate her for that?
Yeah. No, I mean, my mom's everything to me. I mean, since I've been growing up, it's always been me and her. So we have a super, super tight relationship, and she's been everything for me growing up. And giving me all the opportunities she have and working so hard for me to get me to where I am today. So yeah, I mean, I appreciate her forever, and she knows that, and I love her so much. And like I say, I learned a lot of qualities from her, and she's such a hardworking person in what she does, and I emulate that as well in what I do. So yeah, I mean, I just look up to her so much, and love her so much, and so thankful for her.
Absolutely, man. I can absolutely relate. My mom was exactly the same for me, growing up, and she did exactly. She worked 2, 3 jobs sometimes. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? So to give her kids the opportunity to,
for sure.
have exactly, so that's awesome, man. That's so awesome.
Yeah, yeah.
um, can you describe some of the hard work and some of the struggles that you kind of went through, not just, maybe a little bit in life, maybe, but also, and then kind of turning it around and then being drafted by the Barrie Colts, 19th overall in 2023, OHL priority draft. I mean, just kind of describe what it was like going from there to being drafted.
Yeah, no, I mean it was a lengthy process for me, and it took a lot of hard work. And I think that COVID was really huge for me because I was originally playing defense up until COVID, and then that year I switched to forward. So then I started playing forward from the time I was 14 till 16. That was my draft year, and well, obviously still now, but I only really had 2 years playing as a forward, so I had to work super hard right away to pick up on certain stuff as a forward and getting that skill set. But I
Holy,
picked up on it pretty quick, and it's
yeah.
been good for me. So yeah,
I'll say you picked it up pretty quick there, man.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Kind of like a
yeah, for
reverse
sure.
Dustin Bufflin or something like that.
Yeah,
Just,
exactly,
all of a sudden
exactly.
switched to
You
defense,
know what I
switched
mean?
Yeah,
offense. All right.
yeah, exactly.
Okay. All right. Can you speak on how former NHLer Anthony Stewart and his organization, Hockey Equality, helped you along the way?
Yeah, no, I mean it was everything for me. It was huge for me. I mean, Anthony and Shantae, like I said a million times, such amazing people and have done so much for me and so many other people. Like I can't even really start to describe to you all the stuff they've done. But they've given me so many opportunities, and going into my draft year, I got to have the scholarship to Blythe Academy where I was going on the ice every day and getting a workout with Matt Nickel over there at their gym, and
Nice.
got the opportunity to go to the All-Star game that year in Florida with
Yep.
them, which was, one of the best experiences of my life. So, they've done so much for me, and I'm so thankful for them.
That's a great way to being able to see the fruits of that organization's labor.
Yeah,
You,
yeah, for
you
sure,
know what I
for
mean?
sure.
Seeing somebody like yourself who's garnering the attention now, who's draft eligible this year, and we see
Yeah.
nothing but good things for you. So that's one of the main reasons why we brought you on here. So you know that you have a big bodied physical player with a great shot, but can you maybe talk about something that maybe you need to work on a little?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, obviously, like you guys said, the skating's improved, but there's always so much more improvement for it. So, working on that, and I feel like the separation speed aspect of it more than anything, I've gotten a lot better with the acceleration, and obviously there's still so much work to do in terms of that. But, I feel like the separation speed, if I could get that up, that would be huge for me, and as well as the D zone play. I mean, I think I want to really be able to be that two-way player, and I don't think I'm quite there with my offensive ability as I am with my defense. So, just being more aware and making more of a conscious effort to be engaged in games throughout the whole game, consistency wise as well. I'd say those are my three things I've been really trying to work on.
I say you're doing pretty good on them. What do you think, Lance?
Yeah, I mean, definitely, like those are the things that are going to separate the good from, the exceptional. And, to get to that next level is some of those things you're definitely going to have to work on. And I see that from it, and my question that leads into that now, it kind of plays into that. I saw that from your rookie season to this year, even.
Yeah, yeah.
And so let's talk about your rookie season last year with the Colts. You were traded to the battalion in October now.
Yeah.
And can you speak on what changes you made or possibly, happened within the organization now, from going from like being a depth guy in Barrie to hitting North Bay, I mean, with your blades absolutely on fire.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think it was just as soon as I got here, it was the sort of the trust, Denny and Ools and all these guys, right when I was traded, and just speaking to them over the phone, how much they believed in me. And as soon as I got here, they put the trust in me and put me in situations to succeed. And it really means a lot when your coaches and your owners and everyone puts trust in you and has belief in you, and kind of lets you go out there and play free and have the confidence. Not that Barry didn't do that for me, but I just felt a certain respect, like I said, right when I got here. And it was just amazing for me. And, sometimes a fresh start's good for everyone. So, in this case, it was really worked out for me. So it's been great.
It's worked out really well for North Bay too, I think,
Yeah.
Yeah.
They got a really great player, you know what I mean? So, all right, Shamar. Now, in a lifetime, long time ago, I used to be a professional chef, and I like to ask this of all of our guests: what is your go-to pregame meal, or what's your favorite?
Yeah. Pregame meal has been so simple. Same thing the past probably 3-4 years. It's just chicken, rice, broccoli. Go with the chicken thighs and then white rice and broccoli, and that's about it. So I've been pretty
Okay,
simple with that. Yeah.
like no sauce, no. Do you like it like fried,
No
baked, grilled?
sauce. Um, Usually it's done. Depends. Usually it's my billet mom does it for me. Usually in the oven, so I like it
Oh, there
like
you
that. It's
go.
pretty good. Yeah, yeah.
Okay,
Healthy
yeah,
oven's
yeah.
not
All
bad.
right,
Yeah,
all
few
right. So,
few spices on there, and it's pretty good. So
There you
okay,
go.
so your billet mom takes good care of you. We can tell, right?
yeah, she does for
Yeah.
sure, for
Okay.
sure.
And kudos to your billet mama. I mean, look, y- this is it's a thing that nobody really gets to touch on very often, and I just wanted to kind of
Yeah,
quickly mention it. But the billet moms and dads, you know, what a great job that they do, and it's a
yeah,
great
for sure.
opportunity for young players like yourself to live in other areas and play for other teams.
Yeah, yeah,
You know
hundred
what I
percent.
mean? And so even though you're away from home, you're still kind of in a home that has kind of a structure, and you know
Yeah.
what I mean, that kind of thing, right? So
Exactly,
right.
exactly, and especially over here in North Bay. I mean, hearing from all the guys, everyone's billets are the same. Like everyone's billets care for them so much, and it's such a tight family brotherhood we have going on the team, and same culture they have going on throughout the community. So it's amazing, and everyone's billets are so amazing here. So I've been super lucky as well. My billets, they've been unreal. So it's been great for sure.
Cool.
Cool. All right. So I saw you recently got picked to play in the inaugural Connor McDavid OHL Top Prospect game, where you got a nice goal off a deflection. Can you speak on your experience there and what you may have picked up, and just the honor that was in general?
Yeah, no, I mean it was unreal. I mean, obviously short few days, we were only there, whatever,
Yeah.
2 days it was. So but I mean right away I think all the guys were super clicking, and it was always fun to be in the room with the guys and just talking on the bus with, got to see some of my old teammates, obviously Cash and Gels and Passmore, and all these guys I've grown up playing against too. So I mean it was just an unreal experience, and just getting to be in the practice with all the guys, and everyone was so skilled that you're going in the practice and like the 3-on-2 drills. It's like wow, like everyone's just snapping it around and all these goals. Like it was awesome to be there and just see all the skill level and all these guys. So it was definitely a fun time and a great experience.
That's awesome to get to be able to be picked to play in such a prestigious type of a tournament. Connor McDavid. Okay.
Yeah, yeah,
Right. So
yeah,
we
for
know
sure.
that hockey is life right now. Okay, but
Mhm.
if this great sport was, never invented, what other sport might you be playing?
I'd be baseball for sure. I mean, I
Okay.
grew up playing AAA baseball until I was 14. So then I stopped then, and I think grade 9, maybe grade 10. So yeah, I was quite the player. I was a first baseman, and I was the fourth hitter usually on my team. So
Ooh,
I was
cleanup.
I was a pretty yeah, I know I was a pretty good player, and obviously I had to quit for hockey, but yeah, that's definitely what I'd pick up if I was playing another sport.
Okay.
I could see that,
Yeah.
man. You're kind of I could see that. First baseman, you
Yeah,
said,
yeah,
right? Yeah, all right. I
yeah,
could see that.
yeah, yeah.
Power hitter, yeah.
Right?
Oh yeah,
All
oh
right.
yeah.
All right. What kind of bat did you swing? Was preferred?
I swung a 31. It was a I forgot what drop. It was a what bat was it again? I used a few different ones. I think it was called a KR1 or something, and then I also used this. I had another Marucci one that I used, which was
Okay.
pretty good as well. That was a 32. I can't.
Oh, there
We
you go.
just moved into wood bats my last 2 years playing, so we were
Oh,
usually
that's
metal
nice.
up until then. But yeah. I
Okay.
couldn't remember my exact. I'd have to see the bat back home for you and let you know, but
All
couldn't
right.
remember off the top of my head. Yeah,
There you
it's
go.
been a while. It's been 2-3 years now.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I know at this point of the season you're trying to stay focused and on task in front of you with most of the season over, but still good portion left. But with professional teams starting to come calling, has it sunk in yet that you might be able to make this sport or passion of yours a profession?
Yeah, I mean, for me, that's like always been the end goal, and I've always had that idea in my head, and that's always been my dream. So, every summer I go back home, I always take it so seriously to, get better, and I always have a focus going into the summer and have it kind of planned out on what I'm doing, and I try to get on the ice as much as possible, and I'm in the gym as much as possible. So, every summer for me, I take it really serious, and just playing pro is obviously the end goal for me, and I know that's what it's going to take. So
Sure.
It is for sure, and it seems like you have the drive and the want to and the work ethic, and you're doing all the right things, and you're putting yourself in the right situations. You know what I mean? And so, with everything that you've done so far in hockey, what would be your fondest memory of hockey?
I'd have to say when I got drafted to the OHL, I mean, it was just a super happy moment. I had all my family there and had uncles fly in from BC and aunts, and family from all over came to watch it. So it was just a super special moment for me and my mom especially. It was a
Yeah.
lot of tears in the room, and everyone was super happy and super proud of me. And I remember the Barry guy saying it was the loudest room they've ever heard after someone getting drafted. So it was definitely a super special moment for me, and I'll remember it forever. And I can't even imagine if what the NHL draft's going to be like for me, because the family is going to be pretty happy if that happens. So we'll see how it goes. Yeah,
All
yeah,
right. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
All right. So, what advice do you have for the youth growing up, maybe coming from a similar situation as yours, with hopes of playing in the CHL and maybe one day in the NHL?
Yeah, I mean, I would just say stick with it. Like, you just, for me, I just feel like while you're working, obviously it's super tough, and you're in the gym and you're doing all this extra stuff, and in the moment it's super tough, and once you start to kind of look back every 3, 4, maybe even 6 months, it's like you see the improvement you made, and you're like, wow, like it really has paid off. And once you kind of are able to get that confidence in your head that you've put in all that work and you've put in all that time for a reason, and you've practiced all these different reps and all these different shots for a reason, you're going to be able to use it in the game. And if you can look back on that and be confident in yourself, I think that'll go a really long way if you just stay committed to working hard.
I absolutely can't argue with any of that, Lance. Man, thank you, Shamar, very much for being
Yeah,
on the
thank
show,
you
man.
guys. This is
Yeah,
great.
man,
This is
this was
great.
great. This was really
Yeah.
great.
Yeah.
Folks, what an awesome player that we got to sit down here and talk to from the North Bay Battalion. Thank you all very much for tuning in and checking us out. By the way, if you like what we do, please hit the like and subscribe. That really helps us out, and we really appreciate that. Big thanks to Spreaker for getting us out there to all of the podcasting platforms. All you have to do is type in Prospect Watch and the name of the favorite player that you just saw, like Shamar Moses, and we'll pop up and you'll be able to get to listen to it and everything else like that. So be sure to check out the website, SteelFlyers.com/Prospect Watch Show. Be sure to check that out. Lance, thank you very much for all that you do, brother.
Yes, sir.
All right. Thank you very much, Shamar, for joining us on the show.
Thank you, guys. It was unreal.
Awesome, man. I agree. It was very unreal. I mean, we got to talk to a great player with nothing but great things in your future, and we really appreciate you coming down here. And big props and thanks to all the folks that was able to get this together for us from the North Bay Battalion. Appreciate all the hard work that you guys are doing as well, too, so appreciate that. I'm your co-host, Ron SteelFlyers, and this has been Prospect Watch, and we will catch you all on the next episode.